Hey everybody, welcome back to Creekside Maples Homestead. We're so glad you dropped by today.
Yes, thank you for joining us, and we've got a lot of great projects planned today on the homestead. And
yeah, we're going to be busy, that's for sure. We've got to plant all of our potatoes.
And potatoes are awesome. I love them.
It's just a crazy day here today. Anyhow, we're going to get our potatoes the seed all cut and put in. I was going to replant the corn today, but that kind of didn't work out. We have like 5 or 6 rows, 50 feet long, and we've been waiting for almost 3 weeks for the corn to come up, and I checked last night, nothing. Looked in the rows, uncovered the rows, no corn seed, nothing. So the birds must have taken all the seed corn. So anyway, I went looking for corn seed today, none to be found anywhere. I don't know what it's like where you're at, but I know here in the Annapolis Valley, there are more people growing food. There are more people growing food than ever before, and
right.
You can't find like seeds or anything. It's crazy, it really is.
Right, but anyhow, we're still going to move on with our day, and
well, I guess I was done talking about that, but anyhow.
But you want to stick around because we've got a great idea, a remedy that we're going to share with you on helping your tomatoes grow better.
Finding your tomato plants aren't growing. I know there's a lot of ideas out there on YouTube channels that are great ideas, but a lot of them are, how to put them in the ground first, the fertilizers you use, and all that sort of thing. If you're like us, we're wondering, okay, our tomato plants are in the ground, but for some reason, some of them are doing great, others aren't. Same soil, planted the same place, the same day. So we've been doing some research, but I think we found a really cool way.
I think so.
That we're going to, help solve those issues.
Yes.
So you don't want to miss that. We're going to take our tomato plants to the ER.
Yes.
We're going to get them all worked out so that they seem to grow better. So you don't want to miss that. That'll be later on in the video. But in the meantime, we're going to get the potato seeds. We're going to get them cut up. We're going to get them over to the garden, and we're going to get them in the ground so that we can have that all done. So stay tuned. God bless. We'll be right back. So everybody, welcome back. I'm Tony, my wife Joni there behind the camera, and we are getting our potato seeds ready to put in the garden. It's the last thing we've got to put in. So we're going to try to get that all done here today. We don't have a lot to put in, but we'll put a few in. It's been so cold around here. The frost, every night we've had frost warnings. And so through the day it's beautiful, but at nighttime it's crazy. So we've just been trying to be really careful what we put in, and so we've got about everything put in, I think. Just the potatoes that we haven't, and we've got corn. We had the corn all put in, like I was saying, but I think the birds got all the seeds, so we've got to replant it. See our seed potatoes. See all these things coming off them? Well, we saved these seeds from last year, potatoes from last year, and that's what they did when we had them in storage in the basement, cold room. So I'm just, cutting that off. Now here's a potato here. I don't know if you can see it, but this is sunburned here. You can see the green, and if I were to put that in the ground, that's just going to rot up. It's just going to create problems. So we're not going to use that at all. It's just trash. The same thing here. You can see that green on there. That's off. You look inside, that green here on the potato, that's all sunburn, and so you really don't want to use those because again, they just rot up. They're not really good for seeds or anything. I don't find they are anyway. Not in this climate. Some people may leave these eyes on here, but I don't, and I like cutting off just a little bit of the potato. You can leave them whole if you want to, but we just kind of cut that piece off there, cut a little bit off, and leave a nice seed. Chickens like those potatoes. potatoes here are Yukon Gold, and we've found that they do really well here. They grow a really nice crop of potatoes. And they're not a real dry potato, but they're not real wet either. They're just kind of middle of the road, and that's kind of what we like. Kennebec. Kennebec is another kind that grows well. Superiors, they do really well in sandy soil. We find these Yukon Golds really work well here. There's always the big debate: do you plant the whole potato? Do you cut it? And all that. But I don't know. Some say it grows a faster, better crop. Use whole potatoes without cutting them up, but oh well. If it's only a matter of a week, then I ain't gonna worry about it too much. You know, from one mature date to the other, I think they all grow pretty good. I've never seen a huge amount of difference, but I know some have. I know on Living Traditions, on their YouTube channel, on their site, they done a comparison between whole potato seeds and cutting the seed, and I know that they found a little bit of a difference. The whole potato seed without cutting it seemed to grow a little faster, and that may be so. But I know here in Canada, for us, you know, I have not seen a huge difference.
And that probably would be an important factor, wouldn't you say, in perhaps the success of a potato versus another? It would be climate?
I think so. You know, I think that there's a lot of YouTube channels out there, and they're all good. You know, they're all doing what they believe is right and true, and how to do it, and techniques and ways that they've learned to do it. But we always got to remember, you know, for us, we're in Canada. We're not in Tennessee or Kentucky or North or South Carolina. You know, we're not in those kind of climates, and so we always have to adjust because our growing season is much shorter. So we need, you know, plants that are going to mature well and fast, and you know, that are kind of hardier a little bit. But overall, you know, I think you just got to find what works for where you live. I know there's always the discussion. Who was it? They're talking about tomato plants. You know,
Roots and refuge.
yeah, how to plant them, and you know, some places do well planting tomatoes one way, and some places do well planting them another. You know, and I think again, it's just you got to figure out what works for where you're at.
Exactly, because that's what she was saying on a video we watched the other day, and I know she is very knowledgeable, but she said she found what works in her Arkansas climate.
Yeah, and I think that that's smart. I think that that's very
And
smart.
she has to do a certain method. Pruning is very important, and the spacing of her tomatoes. But she said now she spoke to someone in Ohio, and they have great success with zero pruning.
Yeah, I think it's just whatever works for where you're at, really. So there's an interesting topic. Wherever you're from, where you put your garden in, what do you find about certain things? You know, whether you're in a warmer climate, a longer growing season, or up here in Canada where we're at, leave some comments. Be very interesting dialogue for sure, to see what you know, people's opinions are. And everyone has opinions, and most people, every time they have one, they think it's the right one. So we're not here to argue or create any kind of argument with anybody else. We just know what works here for us. So
Right, and it'd be nice to see what people have found is a tried and true method for them in their area.
I know here for us, we have a huge frost window there at the beginning of our season, and you know, to find that, because honestly it's been cold. Like here we are, what, the 10th of June, and it has been really, really cool. We're still, last night we had a frost warning, tonight we have a frost warning, and so we have to be so careful in how we plant stuff because of all that. But honestly, the weather is so weird this year. I find it is. We find it is here. How about you, where you're at? You find the weather kind of weird?
I think it is everywhere. I think the weather's just really mixed up. Doesn't know what to do anymore. And that, of course, affects the plants.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is, and it'll be what it will be, for sure.
But I know one thing that's growing really well, despite the weather, whatever it is our meat birds.
Yeah, they're growing.
They're what, 1 month old today, aren't they?
I don't know.
Yeah. 1 month old. They were born May the 10th. They are doing excellent.
Potato seed, or seed potato, I should say that way. You'll find that there's eyes, and you want those eyes. I've always planted them. They're right here. You'll see them. And I always put those eyes kind of up, like that. I don't know if it makes a difference, but that's how I've always planted them. I just kind of, I figure if they got eyes, they want to see where they're going, and they'll go where they're seeing. So there you go.
That's some good potatoology.
I don't know about that. That's Tonyology. And I just try to dig down in there and put them down in there good so they have a good chance to.
And how far are you spacing them?
Oh, I'm probably going about 16 inches apart, probably 16, 18 inches. You got to remember, too, planting these things is they're going to create mounds of potatoes. So you want to have enough dirt to keep coming in and covering that mound up on the sides, because if you don't, your potatoes will start coming through, and once they get bigger, if they're not covered up with dirt, they'll sunburn, and then you won't have very good potatoes. Sometimes, I just got a few little seeds, I'll just throw 2 or 3 in a hole together. Alright, so we've got all of our potatoes in. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shorter rows. And there's about 6 plants in each one. So we've got 5 to 50 tomato plants. Or tomato. Yeah, I'm thinking tomatoes because that's our next deal. Next thing we're doing. But potato plants. So that should grow a good bunch of potatoes for us. Of course, it won't be near enough for a year. But a neat thing we do around here for potatoes is a lot of large farmers, commercial producers, they plant lots of these big fields around us with potatoes, and when they harvest, we'll go in because they miss a lot of really nice potatoes, and so we'll go in afterwards, obviously with permission, and we'll just pick up the potatoes that they missed. And last year we got over 400 pounds of free potatoes. So if you've got, you know, people that plant large commercial amounts of potatoes or carrots or something around you, just go ask them. I'm sure they won't mind, you know, if you want to go in and pick up a few buckets of what they've dropped. But anyway, that's the potatoes. They're ready to go. Now we're on to tomatoes. So we will switch over to those. Hey everybody, we're back in the house. And I know we told you we was going to show you our tomato plant remedy for sick tomato plants. However, we got looking at the time, the length of this video already, and so we're going to save that for part 2.
Exactly, because we got some other very exciting news that we want to share with you.
Go ahead, tell them. Let everybody know.
We reached 100 subscribers.
Yay! Woo woo!
Yes.
So today is our first 100 subscribers. We're new at this. We know we're new at it. We only got, I think, 28 or 29 videos out there so far, but we're so excited about that, getting to this first milestone. We've been looking for the first 100, and thank you,
yes,
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, all of our subscribers. We appreciate it so much, and we're going to do a random giveaway, a celebratory giveaway. But if you want to be involved in that, we need you to do a couple of things. Because some of you are private subscribers, and you can remain that way if you like to. But if you want to be in on the draw, please go and comment on the video. Let us know, because that's how we generate whose names goes into the draw, by those who make comments about the video. And so if you do that, we can put your name into that random drawing as well. But you can also email us if you don't want to put your name out there on a comment. You can email us creeksidemaples@gmail.com and let us know your name, your address there as well. So anyway, thanks so much.
And we should probably tell them what the giveaway is going to be.
Oh yes, the giveaway, in case you forgot.
Yes.
We're going to send some lucky individual a bottle of our maple syrup. What else?
And maple cream.
A bottle of our maple cream. And, drum roll please, a half-pound bag of our very own Creekside coffee, roasted right here at Creekside Maples Homestead. So you'll want to get in on that for sure. But in the meantime, we're going to say thank you so much again.
Thank you.
God bless, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Share us please with all your social media friends, family. Help us grow as we share with you what we're doing here in the beautiful Annapolis Valley in Nova Scotia. God bless. Take care.
God bless. See you on the next one.
Bye-bye.